Richard here from Freedom Recovery Gear. We're going to do a vehicle-to-vehicle recovery from the JK to the JL. We've got our 7/8 tugger rope here, made in Canada, 7/8 capacity with a 26,000 minimum braking strength. So always make sure you've got a label on your gear and you know what it brakes at, so that you know what you can do responsibly with it. So recovery ropes, we typically use a 3-to-1 safety factor. So this rope is good up to about an 8,500 pound vehicle. But we're not just going to hook up a rope. We're actually going to use a bridle, and we're going to disperse the load to 2 points on the front of the JK. So right here, I have a 10-foot 7/16 winch line extension tagged with a minimum brake strength of 20,000 pounds. Using it in a bridle configuration, we're going to attach 2 points to the Jeep here. So Tyler, can you attach that to your Jeep, please?
Yep.
Now the reason we use 2 points is by using 2 points on the Jeep, we put half the load on each point and it disperses the load and makes things stronger and less likely to damage something. So if you've got a good bumper that's put on properly with grade 8 bolts, with enough bolts, it's not a problem. But when you get into unibody vehicles, it's a really good idea to always use a bridle. Okay, so we've got a couple different ways we can hook this up. It would be perfectly fine to put the bridle right through the eye of the rope, but we're actually going to use a soft shackle. And you'll see my soft shackle also has a label, not over the noose, and that's what we want it to look like. We're also, if you notice, we're building from our stuck vehicle to our recovery vehicle to make sure that we're in the right position. Okay, so on my vehicle, we're going to use a couple of soft shackles to attach it. So again, we've got a rated soft shackle. This one is minimum 45,000 pounds, very strong. It's got a little chafe guard on it. We're going to hook this up to our bridle, and we're going to go from one of these shackles here and notice how the attitude of the soft shackle is the knot comes through and then the noose comes over. Okay, on this end we're going to show you a different connection point. We're actually going to put the kinetic rope through the bridle. Okay, so on this side we're also going to use the soft shackle. Open up the noose, put the noose over the knot, tighten it up. Make sure if you've got chafe guard, and this isn't required, it's in the right position. So the knot is coming up and the noose comes over the knot. So now we have a setup where we've got a bridle.
Good.
And you can see we're setting up the rope here so that there's a nice S in it, and that's about the amount of slack that you want in your rope. So to do this, crawl, walk, run. So put pressure on the kinetic rope when you go to start. If that doesn't work, back up and a little bit faster. If that doesn't work, back up a little bit faster. So pull without any speed, 2 to 3 kilometers an hour, or sorry, 3 to 4 kilometers an hour, 5 to 7 kilometers an hour maximum. That's all you need out of these ropes. If you can't do it like that, then you need to winch. Hey Tyler, these are the signals that we're going to use. We're not using radios.
Yeah.
We're using horn signals.
Okay.
Okay? When you're ready, you will honk your horn 3 times.
Okay.
That tells me that you're ready. I will respond because we're going forward. I will respond with 3 honks, and then I will initiate the recovery.
Okay.
When we need to stop, it's 1 honk. Okay, we're actually going to drive up this slope a couple hundred yards to a flat spot.
Okay.
So we're going to drive a little bit. don't overdrive the rope once you get going.
Yeah.
Let the rope stay taut between us.
Okay.
If we were doing this in recovering the vehicle in reverse, instead of the 3 honks, we would do 2 honks to initiate the recovery. And that gives everybody around us an opportunity to hear that we're doing something and be aware. If they hear 2 honks, they know we're moving backwards. If they hear 3 honks, they know that we're moving forwards. Okay, do you have any questions before we go?
Nope. Let's do it.
Okay, low range. Let's go into 2nd gear for you.
Okay.
And as soon as you're ready, we'll initiate with 3 honks. I'll respond with 3 honks, and then we'll initiate the recovery.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, you
Sounds
got
good?
it. Let's do it.
Thanks. Hey everybody, Richard from Freedom Recovery here, initiating recovery. So this is our 2nd attempt. We weren't going quite fast enough for the first attempt, so we need a little bit more energy. We don't want to exceed about 7 kilometers an hour doing this because the amount of energy that's generated. And if this doesn't work, then we'll go to a winch. So we've completed our vehicle-to-vehicle recovery with Tyler. Tyler, how did that feel to you? Was it violent? Was it harsh? Was it...
No, it was smooth like butter, very fluid. There's no crazy jerkiness. It was just a really smooth recovery.
That's because the kinetic recovery rope stretches about 25 to 30%, so it transfers energy very evenly. Also, we use the bridle. So when I was pulling you, were you getting pulled to the left or the right at all
No,
using the
dead
bridle?
center. Absolutely dead center. And it was, yeah, like my tire tracks were just right in line with where he was going, so.
And so that doesn't pull me around, and it gives me a chance to steer, so the rope can move side to side, but always continually pulls evenly on the vehicle. So that's a basic vehicle-to-vehicle recovery. I highly recommend a kinetic energy recovery rope or a tugger rope. They work much better than a strap. A strap only stretches about 8 to 10% and is quite a bit more jerky. So see you out there on the trail. Be safe.